Political Buzz is your rapid-fire look at the best political topics of the day. 3 questions, 30 seconds on the clock. Playing with us today, Sirius XM radio host and comedian Pete Dominic, Hiram College professor and Politic 365 correspondent Jason Johnson, and Crystal Wright of conservativeblackchick.com. Welcome to all of you.
Thanks.
Good morning,
Carol.
Okay, first question. The 2012 general election hasn't even officially begun, and already President Obama and Mitt Romney are slinging mud. Listen.
As governor, he outsourced state jobs to a call center in India. He's still pushing tax breaks for companies that ship jobs overseas. It's just what you'd expect from a guy who had a Swiss bank account.
The Obama attack machine has started, spending millions to sling mud or oil at Mitt Romney. Why? Because in the 5 states where Obama's attacking Romney, gas prices have roughly doubled.
Okay, so things are only going to get worse. One study shows 70% of campaign ads between 2011 and April 22nd of this year have been negative. So apparently it works. We know they work. But why do they work so well? Jason?
Well, this is one of the things I actually write about in my book, One Day to Sell. It's the type of negative advertising that you run, either policy or character. Character ads work really great against an incumbent because it reminds people why they shouldn't trust them. Policy ads work really great when you're going up against a challenger. And then in a year like this, where the election's really close, people don't hate Mitt Romney, but they don't love Barack Obama, whenever you're close, you use negative ads, you create a distance between the candidates, and that's how you win. So they're always going to be effective.
Crystal?
There's no surprise, Carol, that negative ads have gone up this election cycle because this president has no record to run on. He is presiding over one of the worst economies in U.S. history. So he's got to go negative to distort Mitt Romney's record and create a tale of fiction so that he can divide America. He's got class warfare, gender warfare. I guess next we'll have race warfare so that Obama can pluck off votes, because we know that he can't unite Americans and actually win another term on a great record.
Get him, Crystal.
Oh, she doesn't give up.
Oh,
Pete.
I won't.
Well, these ads work because they allow candidates to criticize their opponents as opposed to putting out ideas. They also were the rise of these super PACs. Of course, the opponents can separate themselves from the ads. I didn't say it. That was the super PAC. But let's not act like these are the worst ads. I've got some ads for you, Carol, from the 1800 election. John Adams versus Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson's camp accused President Adams of having, quote, hideous hermaphroditical character which has neither the force and firmness of a man nor the gentleness and sensibility of a woman. Now listen, you got to listen to John Adams, who called Vice President Jefferson a mean-spirited, low-lived fellow, the son of a half-breed Indian squaw, sired by a Virginia mulatto father. And they didn't really get to fact-check those the way we can now.
Somehow that doesn't make me feel better. But anyway, getting on to our next question. Mitt Romney meeting with Rick Santorum today in Pittsburgh. First time the two men will meet face-to-face since Santorum left the trail. Another frenemy. Romney told Fox News early today, quote, I don't think we have plans for an endorsement today. So what do you think Santorum will tell Mr. Romney? Crystal?
I think Santorum is going to try to whisper sweet nothings in Romney's ear. First of all, he's going to say, Mitt, look, I'm sorry for calling you the worst Republican ever, but guess what? When I do endorse you, I won't be like Newt Gingrich and get a 23-minute rambling speech about how I can't wait to return to the moon and all these other great things, and then not even, dance around the edges in supporting you. I will throw my full support behind you, Mitt Romney, because I also want to secure a job in your administration if you beat President Obama. That's what's going to happen.
Pete?
I'll keep this one short because I went long last time. I think Rick Santorum would probably just say, hey, remember that time when you outspent me 10-1 and I still won? And then he'll probably Rick Santorum will look into Mitt Romney's eyes, take a beat, and then profess his undying love for him.
Oh.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That gave me chills.
Oh, Pete.
Oh, Pete.
Me too.
Jason.
He's going to say, Mitt, thank you so much. I was on history's garbage heap before this campaign. No one knew who I was. I was Celebrity Fit Club. And because you're such a weak Republican nominee who galvanized your own conservative base, I have skyrocketed back to prominence. I'm so happy. Thank you so much. I don't even care if I get a spot in your new administration because I'm going to be on the speaker's tour for the next 15 years. Thanks, Mitt. And by the way, write me a check and take care of my campaign debt.
Okay, here's time for the buzzer beater, 20 seconds each. New Jersey Governor Chris Christie getting an unusual request at a town hall meeting from a 6th grader named Peter Schwartz.
I kind of need a note for school.
You need a note for school? Peter, it just says, please excuse Peter from school today. He was with me. All right?
So cute. And it's a far better excuse than the dog ate my homework. So, if you're Mitt Romney, does this make you want Chris Christie as your running mate even more? Jason?
Look, obviously this kid's teacher is a Democrat who just doesn't like Christie, so he needed an excuse for meeting the governor. Look, no, Chris Christie is not going to be Mitt Romney's running mate. He doesn't want a running mate who's going to outshine him. I think he should go for Bob McDonnell in Virginia. Virginia's a state that he needs a win. Let Chris Christie go out, write notes for kids, sit at the cool kids table, but he is not VP material, not for Mitt Romney.
Crystal.
Well, I hate to say this. I'm going to agree with Jason on part of what he said. Chris Christie is not VP material for 2 reasons. We don't pick a VP on his ability to give out hall passes and excuse notes to 6th graders so they can get back into school. And second, if Chris Christie really wanted to be a VP pick, he would start losing some weight. We've had no president since President Taft who was that big. And you can't be, wait a minute, you can't be one heartbeat away from the presidency and be that large. And I also think, he's got a little bit of a Biden touch. You don't know what's going to come out of his mouth.
Oh, okay. We're all taking a breath after that. Pete?
Listen, Chris Christie, this kid's at a town hall, and Chris Christie cut so much funding from education, I guess kids just start wandering into town halls. This is what happens. But, I mean, really, we had a very disgraceful thing happen this week when Mitt Romney's foreign policy advisor was pushed out because he was gay, and Mitt Romney showed no backbone to back him up. When we see the video surface of Chris Christie defending a judge who happened to be Muslim, what I call his finest moment, that's not going to help him either.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for playing today. It was...
Thanks, Carol.
Interesting.